Welcome to the Microsoft Devices for Finance Industry track. In this track, I'd like to walk you through the key challenges that we see in finance industry today and how Microsoft solutions, especially Microsoft devices, can help you, our finance customers, tackle and overcome these challenges. Now, let's start looking at the key challenges that we observe in the finance industry. One of the key things that we observe in the finance industry is as the world is becoming more complex and the trade is having more complex relationships between countries and customers, the risks are increasing on all aspects. Finance risks, business risks, the risks with rules and regulations, the compliance requirements, all of these is making the business very complex and requires a deep level of security and integrity in the tools that you use. The second aspect and the challenge that we see is the customer loyalty is getting less and less every day. Customers are freely roaming between financial solution providers, and it's a big challenge for the finance industry organizations to keep the customer loyalty within the organization. Another key challenge is keeping the talent within the organization itself, because the employees are trying to choose the companies who are most innovative on the finance solutions that they provide, because employees want the best for their career for the future. So employees are very demanding in this industry as well. Now, let's take a look at a few profiles that we want to focus on in the finance industry so that we can observe what the profile sees as a challenge in their day-to-day life and how we can solve those challenges as Microsoft. In the previous session, we did a deep dive into the device portfolio with Microsoft. So before going into the profiles, let's refresh our memory on the device portfolio that we have. Now, in Middle East and Africa, we have availability in Gulf countries and in Saudi Arabia for Surface Pro and Surface Hub. And the solutions we will be talking about today for finance industry will be particularly focusing on the solutions around these devices that we have available in our countries. Now, let's look at three different profiles as I mentioned. It will be financial advisor, retail banker, and insurance sales and claims personnel who will be taking care of the insurance requirements of the customer. Let's start with financial advisor. Now, when we go and speak to our customers who are financial advisors, they tell us that they have to work on very complex software which will enable them to provide the best financial solution for the organization that they work with. Now, this type of software is pretty demanding on the tools that they use, and it requires very deep focus on the tool that they use, and the tool has to work very high performance mode so that they can easily extract the solution for their customer, take it to their customer securely and safely, and propose it. And if the customer agrees with the solution, they should easily be able to close the deal over there and bring the win into the company that they work for. Now, how we can help financial advisors solve this solution is, first of all, the new Surface Pro, as we mentioned in the general session, is a powerhouse device. So the solutions that the financial advisors use day to day will work on these high-end devices perfectly. The financial advisor will easily be able to perform deep analysis on these devices very fast, get the result out, take the result to their customer in the same mobile environment on the same device. Because this device is running Windows 10, it's very safe, very secure. It supports all of the organizational security policies. At the same time, it runs all of the demanding business applications, so the financial advisor can take the proposal to the end customer, get their buy-in or sign-off, and bring the deal in to the company while the device is protecting their intellectual property, the security, and the privacy of the end customer. If we do a deep dive into the benefits for the financial advisor, first of all, the mobility and the powerhouse means less downtime for the employee, because the financial advisor will not need to wait for the results of the analysis to come. The device will be very responsive on the way it works. Secondly, when the financial advisor goes and visits the customer, it will leave a great impression and it will associate with the organization brand and the Surface device will leave the impression that the financial advisor is very well prepared and the company invests in their financial advisors. So the end customer will observe a profile in front of him who is very high performance, who is equipped with the best device, and who takes the security very seriously, because as a customer, I am giving my finance data to the person and I want that person to handle it very seriously. So the Surface device will generate that end-to-end impression and associate the device with the brand of the finance organization. Another benefit is, of course, because it's a two-in-one device, the financial advisor can easily work on the device, take the same device out to the customer, does not need to print out, does not need to move the data from one device to the tablet. It's one device that he's working on, so the financial advisor will benefit from the two-in-one form factor. And finally, of course, security and manageability. The organization will be able to ensure that the device and the data inside it is end-to-end protected, secure, and the end customer data and privacy is kept in all times. Now, here is a customer reference. Emancipation Capital is a reference customer for us on this end. One of their technical analysts have given the feedback that Surface has enabled him accelerate all of his analysis drastically, and it enabled them to increase their sales cycle faster, and the technical analysts can now perform a lot higher while they're preparing their financial advisory analysis. Let's move to the second profile. After financial advisor, let's move to the retail banker. Now, traditionally, if you go to a bank, there is the desk and the retail bankers are behind the desk and you transact with them. In the new world of banking, retail bankers are not sitting behind the desk. They are working together with you, providing solutions to you within the retail branch itself. So they are mobile within the branch. So that's a very demanding trend from traditional banks, that they have to transition their retail banking environment into this new one. Another challenge that we observe in the retail banking is they want the mobile devices to be very intuitive. So when the retail banker is sitting on his or her table, the device that they use should make them be capable of running all of the demanding applications. But then when they're mobile out there working with their end customer, they should still be able to access the corporate data and the customized data that is tailored for that customer. So they should be able to use the CRM information that is very well prepared for that end customer. So it requires, again, a strong device while they're on their desk, but the device should also be enabled by mobility solutions on the same device when they're working with the end customer. Now, how we solve this problem is we have one single device that enables them run all of the retail banking applications when they're on the desk. But when they go out and a customer visits them, when they go and sit with that customer, they can easily use the same device to show the end customer about the financial solution that they propose. Even beyond that, instead of taking physical printouts and physical signatures, they can even support inking and e-signature on this device with the pen that they can collect the customer signature on this device. So it's an end-to-end solution on a retail banking, which will help the financial institutions and the banks to transform their retail branch into the new world of working. So if you look at the benefits, it enables mobility within the branch, where the device is a key component of this, because you want to make sure the retail banking assistant is equipped with the device on the desk and within the retail branch while they're mobile at the same time. Secondly, again, the same device keeping the account data for better customer engagement on the desk and while they're mobile, using the same device enables them to avoid any transition between devices or avoid any printout while they're working with the customers, and they can do all of their tasks in one single device. Another aspect is, of course, about cost savings. Traditionally, we observe that some banks have given desktop devices for these retail bankers, and when they stand up and start to be mobile within the branch or outside the branch, they give them tablets. With Surface Pro, this is not necessary anymore. It can drive up to 35% savings because you don't need to give a laptop and a tablet, or a desktop or a tablet at the same time. Both of them are combined in the new Surface Pro in one single device. And finally, again, of course, it's the key component, security and manageability of these devices end-to-end, data security, hardware security, software security, all of them end-to-end are already built in to the solution that we provide. The third profile I want to mention is insurance sales and claims. So over here, one of the key challenges we observe is very tight regulations. If you want to do an insurance claim, you have to collect the data and fill the forms in a very strict, under a very strict regulation flow in order to be eligible to claim it. And the insurance sales claim should be able to help our customers support this flow. Secondly, there are very limited margins, so you have to optimize the operations, and there is very high seller turnover. So the device should be equipping the insurance sellers and insurance experts out in the field to easily collect the customer data, do the sales, or collect the insurance requiring events data, take photo of the event or whatever the case was, and put it into the system easily and securely so that the claim is processed very fast. How we solve this problem is, again, when you have the Surface device, it will equip you to work on the same device while you're in the office. But when you're out doing insurance sales, or if as an insurance expert, when you're out working with customers for the insurance incident, the device equips you with the cameras, with the solutions that you already use in your office. So it's secure. It runs already the applications that you're already using in your office. And it's equipped with the hardware that will enable you to collect all of the information needed. You can take a photo of the incident, or you can sell your insurance policy immediately to the customer. You don't need to print out anything because you can collect e-signatures on the device by inking. So it's an end-to-end solution from the customer perspective. Now, if you look at the benefits over here, again, it's a lot better customer handling because you solve everything within the device for the customer. No paper, no other separate devices. It's an excellent two-in-one solution. The insurance expert does not need to work on a separate device on the desk and a separate device while they're mobile. So it's one solution. And again, the security and manageability, I want to stress this on every profile, is the key component because we want to make sure customer data and organizational data is kept secure at all levels, at the hardware and software level, end-to-end. It's kept secure with the Surface solutions. Again, a reference customer on this one, USI, US Insurance, they say that after they started to use Surface, they have increased their sales cycles by 25%, which is a very important gain because it increases the revenue in the organization, revenue flow in the organization by 25%, which is an excellent achievement after they transitioned into the Surface devices. Another example is Liberty Mutual. Liberty Mutual says that they are easily saving 2 to 3 hours a week by transitioning into this two-in-one form factor of Surface Pro, which is a great productivity gain, thinking about the organization's cost from the employee cost perspective. If we wrap up, every person in the organization has a reason why they love Surface when we look at the financial customer references. Risk and compliance teams love it because the security and privacy it brings to the table is excellent with the Surface devices. HR teams love it because it gives the perception that the talent employees are equipped with the best devices on the planet. So it attracts talent, it retains talent in the organization. Financial advisors love it. We have done a deep dive into that. CX chief executives love it because they know that they have empowered their employees with the best mobility solutions and they're increasing their sales cycles, they're increasing their efficiency of the employees, they're now more effective. Like the example we have given, they work on the unnecessary tasks less, 2 to 3 hours a week, which is a big gain. So everyone in the financial organizations love them. Some of the numbers, I want to close with some of the numbers that I want to share with you. We see in general that after the Surface devices are deployed in an organization, in a finance organization, we see 15% increase in the close rate. We see 20% improvement in the average deal size, so the revenue is also increased. And we see 90% of the employees who have these devices, they either agree or strongly agree that Surface devices allow them to get more things done with the new device. With that in hand, I want to wrap up the session. As the next steps, first of all, thanks a lot for attending our virtual launch. We were very excited to host you here. We want to invite you to fill the form by clicking Contact Me on the virtual launch platform. Please reach out to us. We will be very happy to listen to your needs and provide you the best solution with the Surface devices. Thanks a lot and have a nice day.